Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. XRP volume is 4 times higher than Bitcoin on BTC markets. That's an Australian-based cryptocurrency exchange utilizing on-demand liquidity. That means XRP as a bridge currency. I want to run through that. I've also got this story from crypto media outlet You Today, which is titled XRP Scams and Hacks on Top 70 Exchanges, now handled by Chainalysis. But before we go any further here, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you're a fan of Ripple and XRP, you done came to the right spot, son. Go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. Why the hell not? What have you got to lose? So again, here's the tweet. This is from Stephen Bull from the Deep. He's a XRP community member that pops up in my feed a lot, and I always appreciate the stuff that he puts out. And again, he wrote, XRP volume is 4 times higher than Bitcoin volume on Bitcoin markets, the Australian RippleNet on-demand liquidity-enabled exchange. And here's the screen grab that he has associated with it. It's right where I'm circling around right here. In Australian dollars, you can see the figures for yourselves right there. And, one might think that this would matter. Now, on a day like today, I understand XRP price has been going down. Not just XRP price, though. Bitcoin's under $10,000. I think, I looked at it a little bit earlier today. I think the price of XRP is somewhere in the neighborhood of 28 cents. Maybe it's closer to 29 cents. It's 28 point something cents regardless, though. And so sometimes, especially when there's this type of price action, you see this good news about XRP, some people are saying to themselves, what the heck is going on? Now, especially considering that my entire investment thesis is that utility matters and will win the day. Well, I didn't say which day. I think that it's still very clear that not enough people are parsing out the differences between cryptocurrencies to any meaningful degree, and as a result, it could be some time until this matters. But take a look at this tweet from Jesse Pinkman, and I know Jesse listens to my channel from time to time, and so here's what he wrote. He wrote, "Doesn't matter when price is trash." And I can completely respect and understand where you're coming from when you're writing something like that. So, but let me share with you my perspective, because I do feel differently. But again, totally appreciate where you're coming from. Like I stated, I see that not enough individuals are parsing out the differences between these coins. But consider that as the asset class continues to mature, there will be metrics that are going to be looked at by smarter, savvier retail investors. And if you want to talk the savviest of the savvy, consider institutional investors. Because for institutional investors, my gosh, I'm telling you, they will act markedly different than retail investors when it comes to investing in any cryptocurrency. And they're going to be looking, I suspect, this is not financial advice, but I believe that they will be looking at real world utility. So even if today, in the nascency of this asset class, real world adoption showing that XRP is legitimately getting used today, and the volume, look at the corridors where on-demand liquidity is enabled, it's dwarfing Bitcoin. This is happening in the U.S. Mexico corridor as well. It's dwarfing Bitcoin volume on these exchanges, which goes to show this is actually genuinely useful. The utility is what's driving this. And if you think that won't eventually matter, then I would have a different point of view. So when you state something like, doesn't matter when the price is trash, well, maybe today, and that's why, fair enough, that's why I completely get where you're coming from when you have when you write a statement like that. I totally get it. But it is going to matter big picture. And I'm telling you, what's happening right now when this is all getting set up, even if you're not seeing the meaningfulness of this, that's not a word, if you're not seeing the meaning of this reflected in the price today, my attitude is, so what, let time pass. Because you think people aren't going to figure this out? Well, I would say, for sure, they are. Now, to be clear, I don't have a financial background. I'm not offering advice there. I'm just sharing my actual humble opinion here. But just keep on watching. All right, on to the next piece now. XRP Scams and Hacks on Top 70 Exchanges now, handled by Chainalysis. The blockchain analytical firm Chainalysis has taken to its Twitter account to make an important announcement. The blockchain sleuth now supports XRP. The company has stated that they will be working with the top 70 exchanges identified that support XRP trading and are going to identify major scams and hacks that involve XRP. The company promises to reveal the data within the coming weeks. Let me scroll a little further. Earlier, You Today reported that the financial ratings agency Weiss Ratings had criticized Chainalysis for spying on people via public blockchains and getting paid from the U.S. government for that. As per Weiss Ratings, that site's public data, over the last 5 years, Chainalysis has received over $10 million for this work and is about to receive another $14 million. And so I don't have a lot to say about this. I just wanted to at least mention it in a video since it is in the news here. Next, take a look at this. This is interesting now. And I got tagged in this along with some others by XRP Command Center, who wrote, "Let me know when people start saying Ethereum is for the banks and not the people, LOL." And so, and this came out the other day, and I actually didn't reread it today, so it might seem kind of fresh to me now. I read it a couple days ago. But take a look at this, because you know, obviously, if you're in the XRP community, you know that XRP is the banker's coin, right? Isn't that what the Bitcoin maxis like to call it here? Because even though it's a decentralized cryptocurrency, you can use it for whatever you want. If a developer, a notable one, wants to use it to help facilitate better worldwide financial transactions, it's suddenly a bank coin. So there you go. That's what they say. So take a look at this headline. JP Morgan considering blockchain merger with Ethereum development studio, consensus report. Well, how about that? So let's go ahead and dive in here. JP Morgan Chase is reportedly in talks with Ethereum-focused firm Consensus about a merger with the bank's in-house permissioned blockchain project Quorum. Sources reveal that the terms of the deal are currently being negotiated and are likely to be completed within the next 6 months. Quorum is built on Ethereum. The project retains 25 employees worldwide and supports JP Morgan's Interbank Information Network, a network of 320 banks exchanging global payment information over the blockchain. And the source tells Reuters, quote, "Quorum is open source, meaning its code is free and may be modified and redistributed. The plan after the merger is to maintain the Quorum brand and keep the technology open source." And then the piece continues, JP Morgan's digital currency JPM coin is also built on the Ethereum-based Quorum to power instant blockchain payments. How about that? Ethereum helping out the bankers here. Ethereum, the banker's coin. I think that whole argument's kind of silly anyway, but it's provided a great opportunity just to say that. Anyway, sources say that a merger with software production studio Consensus, which is focused on solving real-world problems by using Ethereum, would boost JP Morgan's long-term plan of expanding Quorum. So there you go. I just want to report on it. I think the whole argument of calling the coin the banker's coin just because that's one way in which it's being used by developers, to help facilitate better transactions within the legacy financial system, it's kind of silly. Because Bitcoin could be used for it too, because it's decentralized. It just isn't, because it's slow and costly to do so using that. So, bogus argument. But anyway, next, take a look at this. From Cointelegraph, CFTC charges Colorado resident with fraud in crypto Ponzi scheme. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, has filed charges against a Colorado native and associated investment company on fraud charges. Denver local Brianna Clark, along with Colorado-based Venture Capital Investments Limited, face civil action from the CFTC for defrauding investors, the agency said in a statement on February 14th. The pair also faces charges for not achieving registration with the government agency. Now, according to the CFTC's charges, Clark and Venture Capital Investments claimed to manage a Forex and cryptocurrency trading pool, baiting United States participants into involvement with hopes of financial gain. Through falsely stated experience and financial credentials, the accused lured roughly 72 people into the scheme, amassing $534,829 in total, the CFTC's allegations stated. On top of the initial deception, the defendants also allegedly provided participants with fake documents showing trading gains and progress. Instead of putting investors' money toward trading activities, Clark and Venture Capital Investments allegedly spent $418,000 of the collected money on unrelated purchases, including a luxury car, as well as dishing out Ponzi-type payments to some of the entities involved in the trading pool. Detailing its upcoming actions, the CFTC noted, quote, in its litigation against the defendants, the CFTC seeks restitution to defrauded customers, disgorgement of ill-gotten gains, civil monetary penalties, permanent registration and trading bans, and a permanent injunction against future violations of the Commodity Exchange Act as charged. As my grandpappy used to say, people are no damn good. And these people suck, obviously. So how about that? Man, why do people think they're going to get away with stuff like this? It doesn't ever happen. Ponzi schemes, you're going to get caught 100% of the freaking time. As BitConnect, it's not going to go well for you. But that's it for this video. Thanks for stopping by. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!